But anyway, I guess officially welcome to the Nerd Cave podcast.
Yeah.
Live on Google Hangouts,
Almost-
episode 121.
Almost didn't happen.
Yeah, almost didn't happen, but
Almost didn't happen.
we fight through technical issues.
Every time we do something,
Yeah.
You would figure that,
you know, we'd figure we'd have this going smoothly by now.
well, YouTube changes everything, and I guess it might be because
they're still in that beta.
OBS. I don't know. It's in beta, plus Pax Prime is going on, so everybody and their grandmother is streaming through YouTube right now.
So
Yeah, true.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yay, we can hear everyone. Welcome the 3 people that are watching right now. This
you
is
see me on my phone. I'm just resharing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well.
Stuff, so
Yeah.
So
we're not ignoring you guys.
Well, I did want to say, in starting off the podcast, so usually we just kind of talk about, generic stuff like what we've been doing and
Mhm.
everything like that. There's a new show I've gotten into.
What is
and,
that?
and it's become a guilty pleasure of mine.
I know.
I started watching The Vampire Diaries.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good show. I enjoy it.
I watched it a couple years ago. Y'all made fun of me.
I actually do remember you saying that now.
Yeah.
But no,
So suck it.
Yeah.
Are you team? Which team are you?
I'm Team Jacob.
Wrong vampires.
Yeah,
Oh.
wrong vampire.
My bad, dog.
friend.
I mean, Damon's such a good villain.
Yeah.
The fact that he's charming yet he's evil at the same time.
Yeah.
And I sound like a fangirl when I say that, but
you do,
Oh,
but it's
Derek.
all okay.
but no, I enjoy The Vampire Diaries. We started watching it a few days ago, and we're about halfway through season 1, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, had the 10-game homestand. Thankfully, it's over. The season's starting to wrap up if we don't make the playoffs.
Here's
So,
hoping.
yeah, here's hoping. So
you need to start Supernatural when you get done with Vampire Diaries. You both do. I think y'all would both like it.
yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about it. I
I'm
know.
not watching Vampire Diaries anymore, so you don't have to talk to me about it.
No, I'm saying you need to watch.
I probably won't watch Supernatural either.
I'm saying it's good.
Just telling you, being honest.
Anyway, how have your weeks been?
Pretty good. I watched a little bit of Bob Burgers this week. If you haven't watched that show, you definitely should check it out.
It's what's funny is I get compared to Tina from Bob's Burgers.
I can see it.
Oh yeah.
Totally see it. Totally see it. It's really funny. I'm in the 2nd season right now. Just the randomness about it, and that it's the voice of Archer.
Oh yeah,
So
John Benjamin.
yeah, and seeing him in Wet Hot American Summer was really interesting to actually see the voice actor. So
That
he's-
it is interesting.
does not fit what you would think he would be. So
No.
what have
Robbie?
you been watching?
I've actually started rewatching a great show that I know me and Derek used to be very big into. House.
House is so good.
Um,
One of my all-time favorite shows.
Yeah, like I finished watching Firefly, and I was like, well, I kind of want to get off the whole sci-fi track for just a little while, cleanse the palate a bit. So what better to cleanse the palate than some House? I mean, it's a great show.
Hugh Laurie's amazing.
He is. I love his character. I'm on the start of season 2, and I've been playing a lot of the Smite game. Waiting for them to release Jesus any minute now.
That was one of the better parts of last week's episode.
Turning water in when Poseidon throws his tidal wave at me, just turning it into wine.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite graphics that I made for the show. Which I will give a shout out to the guys over at the Pop Culture Palette, because you know how we've started making promo graphics
Yeah.
for like the YouTube videos, podcast, and I started doing ones for them, and they have a new co-host now. Her Twitch name is Steffi Luhu. I can't remember her actual last name, but they had a pretty much a nothing but video game episode, and the title was called
Nice.
Twitchy Game Finger.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a graphic with Link and Malin from Link's Awakening and I made their logo look like the Zelda logo, and Jason flipped out over that.
I really did like the logo. It looked really, really cool, even though it's Zelda.
Well, I mean, you take the good with the bad, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I will say, as far as news goes, I know PAX is going on, and we'll talk about it extensively. But I did want to talk a little bit about Stephen Amell, aka Oliver Queen. I've mentioned off
The
and on
sexiest man alive.
he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of months, that it was rumored he was going to wrestle for WWE. Yep. Well, he did. That happened last week at SummerSlam, and he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, like I saw him, climbing the ropes.
Yeah, he
and
dove off the top turnbuckle. He did
and
some basic moves. But what was cool was he actually came out to this dark, dramatic music, and he had the arrow hood on and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
So did you find Stephen Amell or the arrow?
As Stephen Amell.
Okay.
But it's actually rumored that since that whole thing went over so well, that it may not be the last time we see Mr. Amell in a wrestling ring.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing is because he's an actual fan. Like he's been a lifelong wrestling fan, and him getting to do that was like a dream come true for him. So
Send Nick, when you get a chance, the link for Google Hangouts, not the YouTube.
Yeah, okay. I'll send him that. I guess this is where I can send it.
But if anybody hasn't watched it, click on YouTube. I'm sure the highlights are on there. It's actually really entertaining.
Can he not watch it on Google Hangouts? Just to catch up on a few things. Amy's been watching Doctor Who, and
I'm about halfway through that season that she's talking about.
I finished it. Amy, you're about to have your mind blown.
No, she's watched it before.
Oh,
yeah.
So she's seen the newer season. Okay.
Well, yeah, she's seen the newer season and everything. So she's.
Let me know what you think. What you thought of the last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I saw a cool Doctor Who shirt online the other day. Did you guys ever watch Futurama?
Yes.
You know how they had the heads of celebrities that were in the tanks?
Mm-hmm.
They had the heads of all 12 doctors on a shelf. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, I remember sending a picture to you yesterday, and you
oh, the Link statue.
Yeah, you
oh my
literally
God.
flipped out.
Oh
so
my
I thought
God.
that was awesome.
It was this cool Link statue at GameStop. It was like $70, and it looks amazing.
It looks perfect.
Yeah, they have a Ganondorf one too. Not at the GameStop you went to, but there's the one. Are you talking about the GameStop that's by itself, or the one in the mall?
Yeah, the one that's by itself.
Okay, and the one have a Ganondorf one that's
okay.
really cool.
That one in the mall smells like cat pee, like straight up cat pee.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, go in there next time. It's like they just pee all over the place.
They might.
I would if I worked at GameStop. I'd pee all over.
They may not get bathroom breaks.
They may not. They just walk around and they find the game that they don't like, and they just pee.
They just pee on it.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this thing for
Nick. Invite people.
No, that invites them to the actual. I don't know.
What about the YouTube page?
Well, he can't watch it for some odd reason on YouTube.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I picked up Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and you'll see that on
Monday
tomorrow. For
that's what the Let's Play is. Nice.
And it turns from a normal Let's Play to me just hating on Kim the whole entire time. And it's very entertaining to watch. I'll just say that.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So
I enjoyed the Battletoads one you guys did.
Yeah.
Battletoads, I played the first one, and oh my God, it was so hard. It was annoying. I mean, it was a good game, but it's just super hard.
Yeah.
The other one that me and Zach played was way better because it had the beat 'em up style of the X-Men game, the Ninja Turtles game, the old arcade. So it made life a lot easier.
Yeah.
and it's a lot darker than I remembered Battletoads being.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
The graphics on Gears of War Ultimate though are just so on point.
Really?
Or as the new kids say, on fleek. Yeah, I did it. You're welcome, Amy.
I still have yet to hear that term.
Neither have I.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
well-
go stick with on point until I hear differently.
Yeah, well, you gotta use it every now and
Sorry,
then.
I'm not hip.
I'm
I'm not a hipster.
still trying to find this for. I'll just
For-
copy this and send it to Nick this way.
For Mr. Caputo.
Yeah, I'll see if this works. But it looks really great. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. I got all the way through the first almost through the first act, all the way up to the Berserker. Did you ever play?
Never played
Okay.
Gears.
You missed out, bro.
Amy was kind of freaking out on some places because there's like things look very realistic now. Like there's this guy that has like half of his head blown off and like his brains is like hanging out, and this guy's like been ripped apart and everything.
Amy says she told you not to say. I assume she's talking about Fleek because no one says it.
Yeah, the kids say it. All the kids say it, but
Amy, you got to remember this is the guy that lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
I do live my life a quarter mile at a time. I'm gonna get our heads not chopped off.
See, I hunch over so I don't get cut.
That should fix that.
All right.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that's better.
That's much better. But did y'all see Michael Fassbender in the Assassin's Creed?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
Looks
gosh.
amazing.
Oh God, I can't wait. Like
That-
I cannot
That's got
wait.
me super excited. Like I know a lot of times that movies based off of games
Usually
suck.
Yeah.
But I am hoping, praying, sitting, wishing, whatever I have
Sitting,
to
waiting,
do.
wishing.
I know I did that for you.
You're welcome.
I hope it doesn't suck because it has potential to be amazing.
Yeah, and Michael Fassbender,
He's a
such
really good
great
actor.
Oh yeah.
The costume looks on fleek as well as the graphics of Gears of War Ultimate
That word just makes me cringe.
because it's on fleek, man.
Yeah, that's exactly why
It's
it makes
right
me
on
cringe.
fleek. But it looks perfect. I can't wait to see the parkour, all of that. I'm wondering what time it's set in.
Yeah.
Are they going to bring in the animus stuff where you're going back and forth,
Yeah.
or is it just going to be straight,
I think that-
historical stuff?
I think they should do it as straight historical because
It
bringing
gets
in the
confusing.
animus
Yeah.
is just like
It's confusing.
it gets
So-
annoying.
I would hope that they would, stay away from, the
If you leave
weird.
it alone, you could think a little bit clearer.
Well, I'm saying, well, I'm trying to go back and forth to make sure what's going on. If I don't want to miss anybody's chats, but going back and forth between animus and the historical and all of that weird stuff,
it's just too much for a movie. Like I mean, it's decent for a game,
yeah,
but for a movie, it would just be too much to follow.
yeah, it would be. So I'm glad that they're trying it though,
Oh yeah,
because I remember this has been going on for almost 4 years.
It's been
now.
rumored for a long time.
very long time.
Yeah, so just seeing that they're moving ahead and that there's
Yeah.
actually a costume design for the movie is
Yeah.
superb. So I can't wait. It's definitely
Yeah.
on fleek.
Something that I actually watched this week was a movie that we've talked about a lot. It's Whiplash.
Yeah,
Oh my god! Like I love music, movies about music, and I enjoy musicals. Yes, I'm a straight man who enjoys musicals, but that has by far jumped into my favorite. Like it bumps Phantom of the Opera out as my number one movie about music, and it's jumped into my top 5 movies
Wow.
already. Like,
That's the one with J.K. Simmons. correct?
yes,
Okay.
and oh my god, his character is he's so intense but so amazing. Like they're doing jazz and this kid's having to play like so fast, and like you see blood going all over the guitar, like all over the drum set. Like he messes up and he just punches the snare. Like
That's intense.
So, oh my gosh! Like, and he gets cymbals thrown at his head. The
You
music,
know why he got that? Because it was on fleek. He was not on fleek. It was rushing or dragging.
that. Oh my gosh, that was so. He's like, "Where are you rushing?" He's like, "Rushing," flap, and he just slaps the teetotal piss out of him. I was just like,
It's kind of movie I like.
Yeah.
if you, I mean, it's throughout the entire movie. It even talks about someone committing suicide from this teacher. I got
Jesus.
violent there.
Wow.
Yeah, that went dark. It
Yeah.
went dark fast.
Yeah, I was just,
Yeah.
I was
They got
blown
out of hand
away.
fast.
I was blown away with the movie. The guy that played the jazz drummer and J.K. both did fantastic jobs.
Well, you know, the guy that played the jazz drummer, as you would call him, he also played Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And he was also in the new remake of Footloose.
J.K. Simmons sort of came on the set of Fantastic Four and just like started beating people. Then, are you rushing? Are you dragging? Just
Yeah.
beating people. Oh, but I watched some Metal Gear Solid gameplay today from Phantom Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that thing, it just looks so amazing.
Yeah, it does.
You can literally set up when your helicopter drops you or picks you up to play songs from the 80s. And what was that? The kids are We're the Kids of America. Like they set that for to be the song. So like when they was picking up, it had like the speakers outside the helicopter. We're the kids of America.
Whoa.
It was just so cool that that had that, you know, level of customization. This one, you could pick out your loadout. The graphics are amazing. I can't wait for this game.
So way better than the free one that I got.
Ground Zeroes was just kind of a test to see what the engine was going to look like. And, you know, it kind of bridged the gap between what had been happening, which,
Yeah.
like I've said before, when you play Gears of War, Metal Gear, you don't know what the crap's going on.
Yeah.
So
No.
you just go as is, and you know you never know what's going on.
No.
Especially
don't.
like 2 hour. There's a 2 hour cutscene of the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's-
Ridiculous.
that's less than they used to be because there were like several 2 hour cutscenes in previous Metal Gear, like Metal Gear Solid 4. They were all over the place.
Dang.
I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 4 and my mom calling me during the final cutscene. I was like, crap. This is while I was in college. And then just wanted to have a conversation. So I missed all the dialogue, missed all the important stuff and everything.
Oh, that's horrible.
And you just can't go rewatch them. You have to go back and play through the
it.
last mission. And then she calls again. It totally
That's
ticked
Mama.
me off.
That's
So-
Mama Dykes.
Oh yeah, it totally is. But I can't wait for it. It looks.
I'm gonna play it. Like this will be the first time that I've actually gotten into a Metal Gear Solid because I could not get into Ground Zero very much. It was very difficult to come in fresh, not ever playing it, and jump into that.
Well, that one was more of here's the gameplay. You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't any kind of story setup, how to use the controls. It was like, bam, here you go.
yeah. So
This is
I
it.
had no idea. So I got one achievement and like barely threw anything. I just started. I was like, I don't know what to do, so I just shot and killed everybody.
Yeah,
But-
Yeah.
you can do that if you want.
Oh, I know, but
Yeah. What's funny is Ground Zeroes happens like 9 years before Phantom Pain. Because you know, did you play all the way through?
the first mission
Yeah, like the main mission.
played halfway through the first mission in the rain.
Okay, there's only really one mission in the game, and then there's like side missions on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I rescued the kid, got him in a helicopter.
Okay, well,
and that was as far as I got.
you got to go rescue the girl as well. And her name is, I want to say it's Paz. Anyway, I talked about this on the game. I mean, on one of our older podcasts.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Well, anyway, you come to find out you're in the helicopter leaving, go back to Mother Base, and you find out she has a bomb inside of her.
Oh, nice.
And
Just kick her out of the plane.
she like cuts open her stomach. Like I think Boss cuts open her stomach and tries to find the bomb and everything. That is the first time a game has ever turned my stomach.
Wow.
and like it made me sick.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it looked so realistic. It made me sick.
Wow.
So it was pretty bad.
Since we're on games, Fallout 4, or Fallout games in general, I finally learned. You how they're always doing the thumbs up.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I finally learned what the
because they're on fleek.
No, if you see a mushroom cloud, you put your thumb up to it. If the mushroom cloud is bigger than your thumb, you're in
The blast
the
radius.
blast radius. So
Oh,
when your thumb
okay.
is bigger than the mushroom cloud, you're in the clear. So that's why he's always like doing a thumbs up. And I was like,
Okay.
it
Okay.
Yeah, I never understood
That makes
that.
more
it
sense.
blew my mind when I understood this. I was like, it all makes sense.
That does make sense, but yeah, that's a cool little tidbit that
Yeah.
probably not a lot of people know.
No,
Yeah.
like I cannot remember. I think I've subscribed to this thing called Nerdy Facts, and I think that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've played so many Fallout games and never knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never know
But-
either.
But now you know.
The more you know.
And knowing's half the battle.
Since
Yes.
we're on the subject of games, I know we've got PAX going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know a ton that's been going on, so you guys will have to fill me in
Okay.
on that. So what are some of the top stories coming out of PAX? Well, I did read the Nintendo thing on how they're becoming a lot more open to indie games
Yeah.
and hosting them on the eShop, and I know they released the Shovel Knight amiibo, and that got a really big
that's
reaction.
awesome.
Yeah.
I saw a
I've
picture of
I've
it.
wanted to play Shovel Knight for a very long time. It's finally on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that'll be something that I'll get. They covered some Taken King stuff. They've also covered. I watched some gameplay of Rock Band 4 today, and they've
That's a game I'm really looking forward to.
streamlined it so much where you can change difficulty mid song. Like if it's
Huh.
too easy, like you can just hit a button, like it doesn't pause the track for everybody else, and you can change the difficulty right
That's
then.
pretty awesome.
So if you're playing on expert and it's kicking your butt, you can bump it down one.
Like it's happened to us at the church. What song was that? It was one of those super hard 80s, like late 80s, early 90s
Yeah.
rock songs.
I can't remember what it was.
And like the drums were just like, and Jake couldn't keep up. So what we did is we let someone play guitar, and I was on the floor, and I was handling just the bass while Will was trying to hit everything, and we still couldn't get through it.
But it was really cool. They also added where if you do like some sort of harmony that's in the key of the song, it doesn't count against you, that it'll like count as harmonization and still give you points for
Okay.
when you sing and everything.
That's cool.
So that was really cool.
Because I had a lot of issues with that when I was trying to have to sing like Michael Jackson or Paramore or something like that, where those like, I mean, I have a pretty high singing voice, but there's sometimes when you just cannot hit those notes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I drop it, I drop it down, and it's
Drop
so
it like it's hot.
It's harder to level it up, but I'm guessing with them actually doing harmony now, it'd be easier.
Yeah.
So
And
that's good.
what's cool is you can play a song and it'll let you build a set list after that song or two songs.
Yeah.
So it's not, oh, well, I want to play this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. It's like, okay, you want to do a short song. So you have like 4 or 5 different options and everyone can vote on, and then it will pick from those options that, and then you could add a short song, or you want a song that has female vocals on it and just different things like that. Or you want to do a song by this. It has lots of options. So I just really think that it's interesting to have those options in there that kept a lot of the things that made Rock Band great,
What it is.
and expounded upon that, which
Okay.
is really nice. I like Guitar Hero and I didn't get to watch its gameplay, but from what I've seen in the past months, it looks really cool too. But I think for the party atmosphere, Rock Band's definitely got it, because Guitar Heroes went back to single guitar stuff, which I think that's what they needed to focus on anyway.
Because Rock Band did it way better than the Guitar Hero, and I'm going to be super excited because I have a feeling that the old band's going to get back together whenever this one comes out. Because I know I've talked about with you guys, Jake and Willis, about doing stuff like that. So those
were fun times.
Those were. I enjoyed them.
Those were times before the Empire.
Before the dark times.
But
Before the
I saw
Empire.
something for the Taken King that's going to be coming out, which I'll be getting. That's
Mhm.
will be the first game I get.
Yeah.
I saw something like how we get new subclasses and everything like that. I saw the Titan with the hammer, and it was Thor. And then I saw the Warlock has the lightning, and it was Palpatine, and it had the Hunter with the fire arrow, and
it was Katniss.
Legolas.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, that's cool.
I saw that and I thought it was funny, but I'm actually super excited because I've heard that they're like a bunch of missions they're doing something different with story and like raids and stuff like that will all be different. So and by the way, John Ricks, good luck on your fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
We had one yesterday.
Don't draft hurt people. That usually doesn't
Pick
work.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson, #1 overall pick.
Yep. I also saw this game called Rising Thunder, and when you hear a fighting game, you usually think of a console game or an arcade machine, right?
Mhm.
Well, this is like one of the first fighting games for PC first, and it's mech based. It looked really interesting. It kind of works like an MMO where you have cooldowns on your special moves, and it's not where you have a 72 combo thing that you have to do to get it to happen, where it's a simple, you can use the keyboard, you can use a controller, where it's just simple moves, but there's counters to them and everything, but it's not, okay, we have to do a circle here and then here and click it back and forth, A, B, left trigger, right trigger, and then shake it all about, that kind of stuff, where it's a simpler thing where people can go straight into it and play. And the gameplay looked crisp. It looked fun. So hopefully that'll come to consoles. And if you want to see some of that, then you can definitely check that out on, IGN has all of this stuff. So it looked really cool. Rainbow Six Siege had some stuff. I didn't really get to look at that. Let's see. Star Wars, the Infinity stuff got tons of coverage. I
did read about. Yeah.
Like, that's actually something I want to try to get into later on, is playing that Infinity game. I know our friend Wally.
Mm-hmm.
I think his daughter plays it. I don't know if he plays it or not, but I've heard him talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has a bunch of Marvel characters. It has Star Wars, and of course, it has your classic Disney characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd be super excited to play it. I might invest in it one day.
I just want to collect the little figurines.
That would also be cool.
I like the stylized version of them. Like, they look nice and they look cool and interesting. Star Wars got a lot of stuff. They're on fleek. They on fleek, just for you, Amy. But
sorry, Amy.
There's another one. I can't remember what it is. I think it's a mobile game where it's a precursor to Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I think it's Conquest. What is it? But there it is. Uprising. Star Wars Uprising. Yeah. And apparently it's never ending, so that'll keep going on and on. So
they're also gonna do I believe another game that takes place closer in the Rogue One type of universe.
The Rogue One set, like the cast and the set photo, I love it. Like, I'm so glad that they didn't cast some big name actors in there. The closest one is Le Chef.
Yeah,
he's the guy that plays Hannibal. Like, he's the biggest name, really. When you get down to it. But I'm glad they don't have like a Brad Pitt or something like that. That they have.
It would take away from the movie.
It would, and having some unknowns or not necessarily big named actors that actually can act well will help the movie and give it more of a realistic feel to it, instead of that star power, pushing the movie along. So I'm excited about that. And I watched some Tomb Raider gameplay. Oh Lord, child!
The little previews that I've seen of it, super sexy.
It's some new gameplay. If you want to feel like Indiana Jones, this is the game for you.
I have to check it out.
It looks amazing. There's several options going through the gameplay. You can sneak past people. Of course, there'll be some type of fighting eventually, but it doesn't all have to be just like run and gun type deal.
Hello, Jason.
And
Hey,
Jason, and the 5 other people that are watching. I don't know who you are. I know Amy's on here. I think John went to
Draft, because that usually
Yeah.
takes.
So
It takes
you'll let
a
us
while.
know who you are. I would appreciate that. But it looks on
I'll have-
fleek.
I'll have to check it out because
Every time you lose those, not only does an angel lose his wings, but we lose a viewer and a
We don't.
subscriber every
No,
time
we
you
don't.
say on fleek.
No, we don't. Now, Tuesday's when Metal Gear comes out.
right.
Also, Mad Max comes out.
Oh yeah, the Mad Max game.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the gameplay?
Yes, I have.
It looks pretty on fleek. So,
Sorry, Angel. Please. And sorry, subscriber. That's gone.
7 watching. Get
It's
yourself.
not because you said on fleek. I
It
just
is
shared
because
it. It's my friends from Cinema Discussion.
It is because I said on fleek. But I love that they brought in the Fury Road
Mhm.
type, pikes and all of
It
that.
reminded me of the new movie,
Yeah.
and that's why it kind of appealed to me.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I wish they would have moved it though.
Yeah.
I think they're setting themselves up to get crushed by Metal Gear. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right now.
I felt like that last night. I had the peanut butter burger from
McGuire's.
yes, and
So good though.
like I literally made it 10 minutes down the road from McGuire's and had to
Who's
stop
that?
at
On fleek.
and I had to stop and use the bathroom.
On fleek.
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, don't say fleek. Whoever just texted me that the 493 number, I have a new phone, so I'm not sure who this is. So if you could,
Because he's not on fleek.
Shout out to the mystery texter.
But I'm excited for it. I wish they would move it, even with Lara Croft Tomb Raider. They're on the same day as Fallout.
Yeah.
That's idiocracy, right
it
there.
is because Fallout's gonna crush.
Fallout is going to be a
It's Hulk
toss up
smash.
this year between Metal Gear and Fallout being Game of the Year, and I think
Yeah.
Fallout's going to win it. I really do.
Oh, definitely.
So
I would agree with that.
I'm ready for both of them, but when Fallout comes out, I'm playing it.
I'm interested in playing the new Fallout. I've never played a Fallout game.
you should. 'Cause, I mean, it's
Did you-
great.
Did you ever play Skyrim?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
See-
similar to that, but with guns.
Yeah. Well,
mini nukes.
my biggest thing was
My friend Sean. Hey, Sean, what's up?
Hey, Sean. He's not on fleek.
But
But
you're not.
my biggest thing is when I played Fallout 3 for the first time, I was a little overwhelmed because my foray into role-playing games at that point in time were very streamlined versions. They weren't open world. They were, Mass Effect was what I've been playing. So I hadn't had that huge experience yet like Fallout. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I just never played all the way through Fallout 3. And then I got Skyrim, and then I just played and played. So I'm finally, I got into what that type of gameplay is. So I can't wait for Fallout 4. So
And just to be able to not only do the actual game, but to be able to build your own town and like trade with other towns.
yeah, and you don't have to do that. That's the cool thing is that you
It's
can
not
play
part of the game.
You
but
can play the game. You could spend countless hours building and trading and all of that, or you could just spend it going through the wasteland capping fools.
I'm going to be the wasteland Mr. Monopoly. I'm just going to monopolize the wasteland.
Whatever you do, I'm just going to try and outdo you.
Good luck.
I'm going to be.
I'm going to Tallahassee you.
I'm going to be that one guy that does that thing.
Oh, that's secretive.
Not the other guy, but the guy.
The guy.
Like,
Okay.
Tomb Raider, which you were talking about earlier, I believe that is going to be the free game of the month for Xbox. Not the new one, but the old one.
Maybe.
I saw someone post it, so I'm not sure how reliable
Possibly.
that person was.
I know that there was a Tomb Raider game last month for free, and it was like
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember.
Oh, Jason says I couldn't get into Fallout 3, but I had to get rid of Skyrim if I wanted my marriage to work.
Hey, I don't blame you.
It doesn't matter. It would be okay. Just go back. They need you. They need you.
The Stormcloaks need you.
Yeah. You're Dovahkiin. There are tons of stuff that I haven't had really tons of time to look into, but I can tell you that this fall is going to be one of the, it's not so heavily thick with games, but it has games that we're going to have to put a lot of time in.
Yeah.
You got Metal Gear.
Which, unfortunately, none of us seem to have time for games anymore.
Metal Gear, Fallout, Tomb Raider should be about a 15-hour game.
Yeah.
Mad Max will be open world, so it'll be a pretty good
Not only that, but
dip of time.
How much time do you think you're going to spend on NBA? Because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm planning on getting Madden this year. So
I've heard the new Madden game is great.
Oh my God, I can't wait to play it. Titans are going to win the Super Bowl when I play.
No, that's a lie. Like your Xbox,
they'll get
die.
tackled short of the goal line.
Our one chance at greatness was ruined. Stupid.
Every now and then I send Robbie that video because they were playing like the best Super Bowl endings of all time, or like the most unforgettable or something. I filmed it with my phone, and every now and then I just send it to Robbie.
It got number 2 on the best Super Bowls because, you know, we was rushing and we got all the way down to the 1 yard line as time expired and was tackled.
Yeah,
and we lost the Super Bowl that way.
Well, I know. Even with NBA, I'm going to put tons of time in. But one thing that you're going to be sad.
I know. I just
XCOM 2 has been delayed to 2016.
I saw it earlier today.
That'll take some time off, but
I don't get as upset as some people do when games get delayed, because I would rather you give me a great game than to push a game out earlier than what it needs to be and it be complete crap.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people get all butthurt about it, but I'm perfectly okay because, like I said, I don't want to play crap. I want you to fix all the issues that you're having with it and then give it to me.
The one thing that I wish would happen would be that they stop putting out, we're going to release it this date.
Yeah.
Give a release window. Don't give a date if you plan on pushing it back.
Fall of such and such.
I'm fine with that. It's when it's like, okay, we're going to put out October 26th.
At 2:13 a.m.
And then it gets 3 weeks ahead of that. Oh, well, we're going to have to push it back to next year. That's the Batman Arkham Knight. Perfect example.
Just give a vague release date, like Q4 2015 or something like that.
Coming out sometime 2015.
It's just like Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Yeah,
they are so far behind. Like that's going to be a 2018, probably 19 release. I wouldn't put it. They haven't even finished Final Fantasy 15 yet. And they say that's going to be out, I think, this year or next year. That's not going to happen.
And then you still got Kingdom Hearts 3,
which will never happen. Just
I hope it.
No, I think it will. It'll be a long time.
So,
but something that Robbie brought to our attention was he went on the Book of Face and posted a question. It's actually something that we've never really discussed on this show, I think. What is the worst movie you've ever seen? And then I posted this myself, and I'll just read a few of the responses. Yeah. Let's see. Ace says Cloverfield. Jake says The Happening. Jonathan says San Andreas. Crossroads with Britney Spears.
The Village.
Anything by Michael Bay. Battlefield Earth. The Last Airbender movie. Yeah. The guy says, I vowed never to watch another M. Night movie ever again. And this is an interesting story. Kevin says After Earth. That was the Will Smith and Jaden Smith sci-fi movie. My wife and I had free tickets to the film, and I still wanted my money back. Let's see. John says The Village. Apocalypse Now. Under the Skin. Nick says Thor. Shout out to Nick.
Shut up, Nick.
Matthew Wilkins says Chronicles of Riddick.
I don't know. I can't believe that.
I
Chronicles
can.
of Riddick is amazing. Anything with Vin Diesel is the best thing.
Jeff Peacock says Buried. That was the Ryan Reynolds movie where he was buried in a casket, and it
Yeah.
was just Ryan Reynolds the entire movie. Jason says toss up between Freddy Got Fingered and House of the Dead.
I got both of those.
Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Lee says The Love Guru.
Yeah.
Jason says Hercules with Kellen Lutz, Twilight, and Sharknado. Sharknado is one of the greatest pieces of American
Shut
cinema.
up, Derek.
Amy says Hercules with Lou Ferrigno, and she swears by that. So
Um,
I'm going to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
how dare you?
I'm just kidding. I got in trouble last night because I forgot Amy's favorite movie. And yeah.
It happens.
And then both Catherine and Margot say Batman and Robin.
Batman
Yeah.
Robin was bad, but it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
I'm not going to read through all 170 comments that I had on cinema discussions, but I'll go through some big ones. I got Entourage.
Never saw it.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't watched the show.
I had a couple of Jurassic Worlds, and then
What?
yeah, like one person said Jurassic World, and then like people
Please.
are blowing him up, like, "What are you talking about?" These people are very passionate. The Fountain, Spawn,
Spawn wasn't terrible.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, I'd put that on my
I got
list.
that one multiple times.
Yeah, that was my most popular.
Sex Tape,
Never saw it.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
It was actually a Robbie video. Oh, Robbie.
Oh, Derek.
Oh God.
Movie 43, Grown Ups 2, Man of Steel.
Nah, I can't believe. No, I don't support that one.
Getting a couple of Transformers 3.
Yeah, that one was the worst out of those.
Yeah. Noah.
Never saw it.
Pain and Gain, which is the
I actually liked
Mark
that
Wahlberg
movie.
and
The Rock.
The Rock.
I like that movie.
I haven't seen it, but it looks
fun.
It looks good. Two that I do not agree with: Zoolander and Elf.
Zoolander was awesome.
Yeah.
Whoever said that needs to be taken down a peg. Blue Steel.
I would turn left, but Magnum, I'd have to spin all the way around.
You have done nothing, Derek. Nothing.
You can never lick my balls. I can dare lick my own balls. Thank you very much. Dragon Ball again. White Chicks. It had its moments. White Chicks had its moments.
Then you said Nerd Cave Live is one of the worst movies of all time.
I shamelessly plugged. I was like,
Oh, it's
hey,
okay. And then
it's like-
that link didn't work.
yeah, I know.
Good job, YouTube, sucking it up.
White Chicks again. I got Battlefield Earth, Superstar, and Superstar, not together, obviously.
Yeah.
I got Tusk, which
Oh,
I actually
right.
watched.
You watched Tusk, right?
Yeah, I
did.
watched it.
I watched it all the way up until 30 minutes till the end because X Movies likes to do that to me where it'll put almost all of the entire movie on there and it'll stop at the end. So I didn't get to finish it.
Well, let's move on. We only got a few more minutes before we have to be done.
Okay.
But guys, we're going to be at Fandom Con on November 6th through the 8th. And in our links down below, you can go to the link tickets for Fandom Con. If you want to save $10, you can put Fandom Save and you'll get $10
Save
off.
10.
Save 10. It's all down there.
Yeah. Zach can't
Whatever.
count past 4
Whatever.
and read.
I can. I'm an educator. Go there. We'll be there all weekend. We're going to be hosting panels. There's South Park voice actors.
Mhm.
Lots of this is a
lot
big
of cool things to
anime
see.
thing, but there's a lot of cool things. We're going to be there. Who doesn't want to see us? We're going to be the best thing there.
I'll take my shirt off.
And then
I hope so.
I always
we
do.
get thrown out. But yeah, if you want to do that, just go ahead and click that link. Buy your tickets now. You know,
Support local conventions.
Exactly, because if you want to drive 500,000 miles away,
Yeah.
then don't support the local ones.
yeah.
But if you want to keep seeing cool people come to your neck of the woods,
Mm-hmm. Well, and this is in Fort Walton, so it's not that far away. If you live
No.
in Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, the surrounding areas. It's not far to go, but you can definitely check that out. The link is in the bottom, and if you want to save $10, there it is right there.
Yeah.
So
I'd say do it. It's a very good investment.
yeah,
It's a 3-day convention.
it's a 3-day convention. I can't remember how much the tickets are. So
But you're saving money.
$1 million.
yeah, you're saving $10 if you use that code.
Okay, well, it's not 1 million. It's
No, you're not.
Just take a few zeros off of that.
Yeah, a bunch of zeros. But guys, thank you for watching. I know this one has been kind of
sketchy.
with all of our stuff.
Our technical issues.
My worst movie that I've ever seen is anything by Derek Diamond. I forgot to add
I
that.
knew you were going to say that.
I knew
It was eventually coming.
I still want to post some of that stuff on YouTube just so people can actually understand. Yeah.
it.
But in
Let me
all
get that.
seriousness, we can close in this with this. What is legitimately the worst movie you've ever seen?
Troll 2.
I remember that running gag. Troll 2 is my number one. Good night.
Oh,
There's a lot of people that said that. It still pains me to watch it. I know I bring it up to all my friends, but Batman and Robin.
Oh, not Hitler in the center of the earth.
Oh
Whatever
God,
that is.
never mind. Never mind. I have blocked that out of my mind. Thank you, Zach. No, Nazis at the Center of the Earth is the worst movie ever made. Like, I stuck it in people's DVD players so they would sit through it and watch it. And I've watched it 3 times just to experience pain with other people.
No.
But it is so bad. Like, there's a alien zombie robot Hitler at the end. And it's bad. But Derek.
I got to go with Dragon Ball Evolution. I know it's been mentioned several times, but
Trust me.
you take a well-known property and what do you
Butcher
do?
it.
and poop on it.
You take away pretty much everything from it.
Yeah.
And then you market that to nothing but the hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's
a
set up for
great
failure.
idea.
Yeah. You give false hope.
So
Also.
that's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Lots of bad things, but you could watch the best gameplay ever on our channel every Monday
By the best podcaster in the world.
by the best podcast in the world. This week is
Self-proclaimed.
going to be amazing. Watch me hate on someone. On Kim.
Lieutenant Kim. Is it
I
Lieutenant?
don't know. I'm glad he died. Spoiler.
That's nice. You're a good man.
Jason's comment.
Sorry, I had to. Oh my God.
Of course, this is our podcast, so this will be the video for Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we'll have our top 5
Disney songs.
We did not plan that to say that together. But guys, thank you for
So
watching.
cute.
We'll try to improve for next time.
Yes.
Stay tuned to Facebook and Twitter for when we do the next live show.
Yep. But thank you for supporting us. We appreciate all that you do. And without you, there's no reason to do this.
One love. One love.
Yep.
I like it.
One band, one sound.
Sure. It's drumline, right?
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
ELE. Everybody love everybody.
Have a nice slice of humble pie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jimbo.
You're jive turkey.
Ooh.
You just call me a jive turkey.
I did call you a jive turkey.
If
right.
watch Semi-Pro if you've never seen it.
It is
Very
such a-
underrated movie.
It is. It is
We're,
one of Will Ferrell's underrated movies.
Yeah.
We're actually in talks of trading Zach for a washing machine.
What's funny? Oh, excuse me.
As he destroys all of our technical equipment.
What's funny is when the Wahoos were playing Mobile, their mascot is a bear.
Oh,
They're
I
called
thought
the
you were
Mobile
about to
Bay
say
Bears.
a washing machine.
So we did this just for the hell of it. We put up a picture of Tommy Thrall, our broadcaster, next to a bear. And it says, if the Wahoos score 10 runs, Tommy Thrall will fight a live bear at Saturday's game. And we actually started getting like phone calls like, is this real? And then even he texted one of us and he was like, are you guys really doing this?
I was not contacted.
And then I just said, Tommy, be a team player.
We need this. We really need
Anyway, that's my funny semi-pro story.
Oh,
Awesome.
all right, guys. This has been Zach.
Derek?
And Robbie.
Have a week. Yep.